I will miss you, my little friend. You know that I am a man of few words. Go. You are free. Go on now. The sun shines the same on rich and poor. That's the ticket. Have adventures. Make new friends. The world is your oyster. I will leave your door open, and you can leave whenever you want. How does that sound? The telephone. That must be Esther. Yes, I'm coming. This old man's not as spry as he used to be.
Joseph?
Esther?
I'm on my way now. Once I arrive, come down to the street when I sound my horn.
Must we? Really? I am old, Esther. And I do not feel like making such a long journey.
I know, Joseph. For a fossil like you, it is a trek. Take your time. I will be waiting. Have you packed yet?
I really don't know what I should pack, Esther.
Do not worry, Joseph. We made a list together, remember? It should be next to the telephone.
Yes, I have it here. Thank you, Esther. What would I do without you?
Pack your things. Until then, Joseph.
Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay.
Warm jacket, passport, lucky shoes, grandfather's pocket watch, razor, journal, and maybe my treasured camera. Where should I even begin?
Warm jacket, passport, lucky shoes.
A living room, a workshop, and a study. A lone wolf's apartment. That has never bothered me. I like being alone. A tidy desk is a desk that isn't being worked at.
Warm jacket, passport.
How many hours have I spent here in the workshop? The first movies were documentaries. The Lumiere brothers, of course, the Skladanovskys, William Dixon. For me, though, there's one person who changed everything. Georges Méliès. He was the first person who understood the power of film. He told stories and transported us to another world. Such a mess. These contracts are worthless now. The oven has been out of commission ever since I have used it to store my highly flammable treasures. A trip to the moon. A chest full of junk. I'll leave it here.
Let's see.
For 65 years, I had no problem sleeping, and yet I have had many sleepless nights over the last few weeks.
Can I get this one? Nope, let me have that.
A lot of memories, but I can't take them all with me.
Aww. Okay. Trying to find the items. What's this? Oh, is this passport?
This little book holds the telephone numbers
No.
of my friends and acquaintances. So many of them have already left. This table
Where's the
was
birdie?
already in the apartment when I moved in. It will also remain here after I leave.
Oh, shit.
A good suitcase for my father. I
Oh.
still need to pack all the important things on the list in my suitcase. I have a distinguished Pinot Gris from 1928. It isn't kosher, though, but nobody needs to know. For the longest time, I have wanted to take on this door. It has become stiffer and stiffer since I have lived here, and at some point, it won't be able to be opened at all. The only joy of leaving things behind is that you also leave behind your unfinished projects. The kitchen was always my favorite room, especially in the mornings when the light would shine in almost magically for a few minutes. It was the perfect environment for writing a few words in my journal. Bismarck, my dear, you're still here. I very much understand how you feel. After all, who will feed you if I can no longer stay here? Once you get over the initial hurdle, it'll get easier with every flap of your wings. You just have to believe in yourself. The first step is always the hardest. Well then,
Yay!
you little dreamer, au revoir, safe journey.
Bye, little birdie. So I guess I'm moving out of the apartment. Okay. If I can find all the correct stuff.
The good old wood-burning stove. Freshly roasted coffee never tasted as good as it did here. The last letters from Jakob and Elsa. Without them, things just aren't the same here. The supplies will spoil. I cannot take them with me. The ice in the fridge will quickly melt.
Are these items, like, hidden? Because I haven't found a single one.
I no longer have any idea what these keys unlock. But you don't throw keys away. This is not the right key. This one doesn't fit either. This isn't the right key either. Damn it. This key doesn't fit either. The key fits.
Nice.
My old journal. I stopped writing in it after this entry. The most painful day of my life.
No.
should continue to write in my journal to document my travels. This could be useful, but without the camera, I am still missing a few items from the list.
Camera, razor. Oh, camera's right there.
Oh, look. I shouldn't forget this lovely item. There's even some film still left inside. Maybe I can take a picture with it. One last shot. What will I photograph?
I should have photographed the bird.
Wonderful. I'll develop the image once I've set up my laboratory somewhere.
Nice.
I am still missing a few items from the list.
Okay.
Plutonia by Vladimir Obruchev. I love Russian adventure novels. Hopefully, I'll also find some in France. This is it, my favorite jacket. Look, the badge from my old employer is still here. It's been an eternity. A jacket for cold days. Who knows where this journey will take us? What's the next item on the list?
Okay. Is the razor in the bathroom? Oh. What the fuck is this bitch's
She
problem?
cannot hear me. I've barely moved. Miss Herman. She doesn't say hello anymore, but she's not above that sort of thing. Lots of things have accumulated here, too. These are lovely shoes, but not my lucky shoes. I don't need any more shirts. I have already packed some pants. I have already packed enough undershirts. Nothing but worthless trinkets. Nobody needs this paper anymore. Leaving the accounts behind won't be too difficult a decision. The Trial by Franz Kafka. I once met Kafka at Askanischer Hofhotel, and I wanted him to sign my book. Well, it didn't seem like a good time. Sometimes it's better not to meet your idols. My insurance document. I certainly won't be needing these anymore. Documents upon documents that I no longer need. Metropolis. A vision of the future, something only movies can provide. I will always remember the combination. 1st of December, 1895. That was the day of the first movie screening in Berlin, in Wintergarten. So, 1 clockwise. And then 12 counterclockwise. I actually just wanted to... Then 18 clockwise. It may have had an unhappy backstory. And then 95 counterclockwise. But the evening will always remain in my memory. Grandfather's pocket watch. The watch stopped on the morning of Black Thursday. It was truly a crazy coincidence. The coil spring snapped, but it can surely be repaired again. All right, what's next? I could pack all the movie reels in boxes, but Esther has no space for them. The Great Train Robbery by Edwin S. Porter. I love imported movies from America. 11 minutes of pure excitement. Paperwork. I'm not taking this. I probably won't be needing this. Bills. I settled them a while ago. My 1932 tax return. For once, something I won't miss. Ariane, a Russian girl, by Claude Anet. The adventurous Ariane leads a wild life beyond virtue. Men fall at her feet. She meets Constantine, and both of them try to stop falling in love with each other. Unsuccessfully, I can say that much. I always said to Esther, who? The telephone? Who could it be? Hello? To whom am I speaking? Is anybody there? They just hung up. This has been happening for a few weeks now. My lucky shoes could be in there, but I can't reach. I could reach it with a stepladder. A chest full of junk. I'll leave it here. My lucky shoes. Old shoes are always the most comfortable to wear, though they could do with some new soles. I'm taking my lucky shoes with me. I'm going to need some luck. Done. Not much is left on my list.
Passport razor.
The back door is always locked. Only Lysian uses it for cleaning. Now it's no longer of any use. I think I'll manage without this stuff. I haven't looked in here in a while. Doesn't seem important. Where did all these useless things come from? I won't need these bits and pieces. I can't see my hand in front of my face. I probably shouldn't be stumbling around in the dark. You can't see much in the red light, but it protects the sensitive film. You can always use a razor, no matter where you go. Here, look, I had completely forgotten. This photograph is from the Great Depression. I had come up with a few things to give people their cinema experience. Movies are especially important when people are going through hard times. A good day starts with a good shave. Reminders of my old life. Just a few items left.
Okay, where's the passport at?
Esther. That must be her. Hopefully no one noticed. I'll be down soon, Esther. Give me a few more minutes.
Where's the passport?
Married Life by David Vogel. A writer falls for a femme fatale. The whole story takes place in Vienna, Austria. Very nice, but not essential. I definitely need my passport. It must be in the office. A tidy desk is a desk that isn't being worked at. I believe I stored my passport somewhere in my desk in the office. A fake button, just like in the adventure novels. A kleinzig Trick für einen alten Kacker. Ah, there it is. My passport. Yes. And the contracts and folder for the Minerva Lichtspiele. I still remember the day when I first held them in my hands. Let's see how far I get with my passport. Oh! They're after me. I have to get out of here, now. Should I just leave it in the suitcase? It reminds me of why I have to leave. It's also a keepsake in its own way. I shouldn't bring this. It takes up far too much space. Or maybe I should? No, that would be absurd. good day starts with a good shave. Reminders of my old life. I'll better take both shoes. Just a few items left. Esther, a living room, a workshop, and a study. A lone wolf. A fake button, just like in the adventure novels. A kleinzig Trick für einen alten Kacker. Ah, there it is. My passport. Yes. And the contracts and folder for the Minerva Lichtspiele. I still remember the day when I first held them in my hands. I definitely need my passport. It must be in the office. Let's see how far I get with my passport. Hmm? Oh! They're after me. I have to get out of here, now. I shouldn't bring this. It takes up far too much space. Or maybe I should? No, that would be absurd. Should I just leave it in the suitcase? It reminds me of why I have to leave. It's also a keepsake in its own way. Quickly.
Mr. Lieberman, Sturmabteilung, Auxiliary Police. Your neighbor has complained about the constant disturbance of the peace. Open the door.
I can't get around them. It's a trap. I must take... For 65 years, I had no problem sleeping. And yet I have had many sleepless nights over the last few weeks. Quick, let's get out of here. Move faster, Josef, before they break the door down. That's that. Goodbye, my old apartment. Or farewell. Tu sei venos adraka, atome suvu bnei Adam. Rai, 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 ra, 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 ra. Ya ba 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 ba. Ai, ra, 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 ra. Ya, rai, 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 ra, 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 ra. Ya, ra, 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 rai, ra, 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 ra.
Did Joseph make it in the end?
Joseph made it. He traveled all the way to Paris with Esther. He then later migrated to the United States on the trail of Hollywood movie stars.
And always by his side, the stupid stone.
Yeah, it had a good ending. He kept the stone as a reminder of how fast everything can end.
Thankfully, those times are over.
And now we have been chatting for ages. I need to get back to work.
Look here, Dad. Dad? Wow, that must have belonged to Bismarck the bird. Or the great-great-great-grandchild of Bismarck the bird. It played for me. It played for Dad. Look how quickly you can get from one room to another now. This is a really nice room too, Dad. Do you think people wanted us to find these things?
Some of them maybe. It's coincidence for the others. Just like all the stuff from the attic. Can you help me throw them into the chute?
Bye!
Ouch!
Cool, Dad, look. All that has to go. Bang. Word of the old stuff.
Hey!
Whoa. Oops. Dad? Pretty crappy.
Not at me.
Does all of this have to go, Dad? Surprise! One Daddy special coming up.
That looks great.
For you.
Thank you.
I want to do something.
You can throw all the old stuff down the
A plate for me. A plate for Dad. Look how quickly you can get from one room to another now. This is a really nice room too, Dad. There's something there, but I can't get to it. All of that has to go now. There's some. What is that? Hi. Oh, Dad, look. Bad. Word of the old stuff. What is that funny thing?
That's an old typewriter. That's how people used to write. Give it a go.
But it's not even plugged in. Does it have a battery?
It works without electricity. A little like stamping.
Can I write a story with it?
You can use it to write anything.
Maybe an adventure, a true legend. You know, before, you used to make up a story for me every night.
Yeah, to help you fall asleep. But that got a bit exhausting for me after a while.
Can we do that again? Every night? Please, please.
You come up with something. You're already in the second grade.
Okay. So played for me. It played for Dad. Look how quickly you can get from one room to another now. This is a really nice room too, Dad. Surprise! One Daddy special coming up.
Nothing at all?
For you.
Thank you.
There's something there, but it can't get to it. All of that has to go now. There's something there, but it can't get to it. What is that? What is that funny thing?
That's an old typewriter. That's how people used to write. Give it a go.
But it's not even plugged in. Does it have a battery?
It works without electricity. A little like stamping.
Can I write a story with it?
You can use it to write anything.
Maybe an adventure, a true legend. You know, before, you used to make up a story for me every night.
Yeah, to help you fall asleep. But that got a bit exhausting for me after a while.
Can we do that again? Every night? Please, please.
You come up with something. You're already in the second grade.
Okay. So, this typewriter once belonged to a great author. No, an astronaut.
Maybe both can be true.
You know what, Antonia? This looks pretty good so far. Well, for the 5th draft. If I could just keep my eyes open for another hour or two. Maybe then I'd manage to rewrite the beginning again. Especially with all those wonderful suggestions from up on high. No time like the present. The cosmonaut was ready to set forth into an unknown world. As her crew was stuck on the surface of the moon, she had no option but to pilot her ship. I should probably decide on a name for that spaceship. The space cruiser Meteor, to her destination on her own. It carried her farther and farther away from the sun and so far away from the blue planet. I'll leave it like that for now. I can always change it later if I need to. in the 6th or 16th pass. She was ready to lead humanity into a new era. Her destination was the planet Saturn, so distant, so lonely, and yet surrounded by billions of larger and smaller particles that cause its rings to shimmer in mysterious colors. The signal that originated from there had been puzzling humanity for 6 years. She looked at the photograph in her hand. It was the last group photo of the crew, taken on Earth before the blast-off. There's still 2 possibilities for the backstory. Both would work, but what would the publishing authority prefer? She felt as if an eternity had passed, with tears in her eyes. She remembered the unfortunate fate of Commodore Buzz Gibson, who fell victim to pressure loss in the turmoil of the failed circumnavigation of the moon. She would see this mission through to its end, if not for the people of Earth, then for the comrades who had been forced to stay behind. Phew, it's a lot of repetition. I'm sure some readers will be grateful for the summary. A quick break might be in order. I'm quite proud of the story structure. The plot is relatively complex, and it's still accessible. Why do I have all these old tombs from the great Carl G. Zelensky laying around? Mom was always so proud of Dad's achievements. I always wondered whether she even really liked his books. It's such a shame that the night sky in the city is always so bright. It's not always helpful when your father's a household name, particularly when he's so popular with the people upstairs. Enjoy your retirement, Dad. In the lap of the publishing authority. Did I really smoke them all? Mom was always so proud of Dad's achievements. I always wondered whether she even really liked his books. It's not always helpful when your father's a household name, particularly when he's so popular with the people upstairs. Enjoy your retirement, Dad. In the lap of the publishing authority. Sometimes I wish I never signed this contract. If I hadn't bumped into the physics students in the library, the whole story would be a sloppy mess. My first book, Changed, is almost 5 years old. Although, Standstill would have been more appropriate after the publishing authority had gone through it. But it was an achievement to have published anything. The Russian authors have got the hang of it. Huh? What? Stay calm. You're just a bit tired.
Warning. Warning. Pilot to the bridge. Interstellar objects in close range.
Odd. Let's see. What happened? The cosmonaut had almost left the asteroid belt. The last few rocks streaked past dangerously close to the ship. She had to take action. Computer, activate the ray guns. Fire!
Confirmed. Activating ray guns.
Weapons that fire pure energy? Would humanity have not wiped itself out a long time ago with these? Well, that was a little too easy. This needs to be something more intense to make the danger more palpable. Another asteroid approached the ship. It was on a direct collision course. Computer, overload the thrusters for the tectonic impulse wave. It was an old trick she'd learned at the academy that would now be put into practice. At the farthest edge of the asteroid field, the cosmonauts saw her long-awaited destination. The planet Saturn was in sight. Come on. A little more detail will bring this scene to life. The view was breathtaking. Revealed before her was a pristine, brightly shining, azure blue sphere hanging peacefully against the darkness of the cosmos. The view reminded her of the sky above the Baltic Sea on a clear summer's day. How far had she traveled? That's powerful. That shows that her feelings are still a little melancholy, despite the importance of her mission. The surface of the planet was turbulent and agitated. Its atmosphere was being torn apart by storms. I hope my readers will be able to imagine any of that. And now, an exciting lead into the next chapter to keep my readers hooked. Computer, prepare to land. Let's take a closer look at this new world.
Course calculated. Landing initiated.
The communication model emitted a signal. What's that? Where's that coming from? It sounds like someone's trying to make contact. All systems operational. The core is stable. This is a space cruiser Meteor heading to planet Saturn. To whom am I speaking? Come in.
This is Bülow. I hope I'm not disturbing your work too much.
Yes. Comrade Bülow. Hello. I was actually just about to take a break. Oh, the new revision is almost complete.
Ah, yes, exactly. About your novel, hang on. The one called...
Yes. I'll go through it slowly so you can write it down. Strange Signals from the Planet Saturn.
Yes, exactly. Of course that's the name. Yeah, it's a powerful title. So about the new draft. I've just come out of a meeting with the publishing authority.
Yes?
Unfortunately, there's still one or two issues. You know what they're like. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, regarding the main character and the idea of a female cosmonaut, think about character leads like Yuri Gagarin. People just relate more to male protagonists.
Well, I think...
And then we're a little uncertain about whether landing on an alien planet might not just be altogether reckless. After all, the crew doesn't know anything about the political positions of the inhabitants. Imagine suddenly finding yourself in the parka of the aliens. Unthinkable.
But it all revolves around that. That's the core of the entire story. And the book is almost finished now.
It will only be finished once the approval procedure's complete. Zelinsky, you have to deliver now.
Yes.
Maybe you could contact your father, Carl.
Because he did everything you told him to? But the book is almost finished.
Excuse me? Miss Zelinsky?
That's fine, Comrade Bülow. I'll take care of it without my father. What a disaster. They want me to change everything. How am I even supposed to manage that? I have to pull myself together now, or else everything will blow up in my face.
Attention, fluctuation in the fabric of space-time. Danger, danger.
Back to the bridge. I'd rather leave the television off. The space cruiser Meteor had run into massive turbulence. It almost seemed like the fabric that made up interplanetary space is being torn apart. The changes are tearing everything apart. They want me to ask for Dad's input because he always did what they said, but we'll get there. All the systems had failed. Even the controls were unresponsive to the cosmonauts' inputs. She had to find and open the maintenance hatch. Nothing's working anymore. Broken. No chance. The maintenance hatch. What a mess. Right. Stay calm. We can do it. What did Bulow say? No female protagonist. Contact is too dangerous. Where do I start? What if I just changed? Maybe I can appease Bulow if I change the flashback into the cosmonaut's past in Chapter 4? And maybe if the female main character isn't quite as independent. But if I change that, it will obviously impact everything that happens later. Oh geez, the simplest chain reaction. A cascade, a butterfly effect. Maybe it would be better to go to Chapter 5 and change the focus here. I was never keen on the orbiting of the moon anyway. The crew instead had problems with... The crew could find an interplanetary space casino that would obviously be run by Westerners. They steal money from our heroes, and that would also give me an explanation for the lack of fuel. Will that help, though? The core of the story is supposed to be about something completely different. Come on, Antonia. Let your imagination run wild again. What if we spice up the story with real science fiction elements like... The story begins in an underwater laboratory. A lone scientist, a sea amoeba, a great love story. It's only getting more complicated. Don't let it drive you crazy, Antonia. Concentrate on the core of the story. The core. It needs to be something even more powerful. Everything is possible. There are no limits. The greatest threat to the crew is... The sun could become a black hole, swallowing everything up. Light, energy, time itself. And that's obviously a metaphor for the insatiability of the ruthless capitalistic system. And obviously, the sea amoeba makes a strong appearance here. There. I wouldn't need to explain much more than that. That would solve almost all my problems. Oh no. But then... is that still the core of my story? I think I've almost cracked this nut. I have to go further. Another stroke of genius. It turns out, in the end, the signal was fabricated by intellectual vampires from Venus. They could even join forces with the casino operators from the moon. After all, they're bloodsuckers too. That makes total sense. That's it. Just brilliant. I think this idea is now complete garbage. I'm officially at the end of my rope. I'm breaking more than I'm fixing at the moment. What would Dad do now? I want to tell a story in which people surpass their own abilities. That's the core of the story. I need to keep a cool head and think. Coffee. Yes, I need coffee. My last chance. Do I even have any left? I don't always get around to cleaning when I'm busy writing. The coffee dried up some time ago. I can't get Bulow's comments out of my head. This is where I go to sit when it's getting too much for me by the window. Thank you, Comrade Bulow, for your many wonderful suggestions. Greatly appreciated. Who designed these endless hallways? It's such a waste of material. Bulow and all his changes. I guess I'll have to fight to have a female protagonist in my own book. There were originally 7 of us. This was never intended to be a solo mission. We didn't have a xenolinguist on board for nothing after all. If we really do happen to come across any alien life, I'm sure Professor Palemba will be very annoyed about the missed opportunity. Heike Jung, the pilot, that's me. Liu always kept the ship in good shape.
Miss Zelinsky, this is Bulow. The publishing authority still has a few questions regarding the commander of the ship.
The black hole.
You see, the Commodore is a capitalist Westerner, an American even. That's obviously an issue.
Gibson? Yeah, but he moved to Berlin with his parents as a child.
We know, but it's too confusing. Make it neater. Wouldn't it be better if he had grown up in a socialist sister country?
But you did read The Commodore Dies During the Lunar Orbit.
Of course, but you would expect a heroic sacrifice like that to come from someone from a socialist country. Come on, Zelinsky, you're an author. Just pick one. Can't be that hard.
Of course, the Commodore could be a citizen of the GDR.
The Commodore, may he rest in peace, grew up in Brandenburg, in a family of agricultural workers.
Wonderful and excellent suggestion.
And instead of hamburgers, he loves Spreewaldgurken. How exciting.
Just like always, well, I could care less. Coffee. I wanted to grab coffee. It'll clear my head. Every story has an ending. Like this one, for example. The crew had to sell off this part of the ship to settle their casino debts. Every story has an ending. Like this one, for example. The crew had to sell off this part of the ship to settle their casino debts.
Hello, this is Bulo. You're sure on the phone a lot when you should be writing. Ecology?
Sorry?
Ecology is a contemporary topic, and we think it would work really well for our, your story. Clean air is really wonderful. The publishing authority agrees. Do you think we can squeeze that in?
It is so frustrating when you know what's right, but no one else believes you.
Air? Of course. Actually, there is simply no air to breathe on board the ship, hence the spacesuits.
I want to go over this topic again later. Have you spoken to your father yet?
Well, we agreed that I would work it out myself, didn't we?
Oh yes, apologies. My mistake. So, fresh air, yes, write it in.
Impossible. Oh, whatever. It's illogical anyway, but maybe the ship could just have... The constant fresh air on board reminded the cosmonaut of her faintly remembered walks through the forest around Berlin. Oh, it's just complete nonsense. That looks really inviting.
Bulu again. About the spacesuits. The way you've described them, it's just... I can't get the image of the suits from those silly American films out of my head.
Excuse me? What?
It would be bad if other readers also think of an American. I mean, in terms of appearance. Because of the spacesuit. We have to do something to help them there. I mean, you, as the author, have to do something. Look, the suit that Yuri Gagarin wore, that had a special... something. What's it called again?
Aesthetic?
Yes, exactly. Aesthetic. Very apt. Goodbye.
It's like being in a madhouse. I think I'm beginning to understand how Dad must have felt.
The cosmonaut wore her comfortable SK-6 spacesuit, the bright orange of the outer material manufactured by tireless workers' hands. Gave her a sense of safety and security. It reminded her of home. A good feeling. Even a plant-based air filtration system won't be of any help. How is anyone supposed to form a clear thought when they're constantly being interrupted? How comfortable. I could lie down, just for a second.
Bülow again, Miss Zelinsky, I forgot to mention something. In Chapter 9, there's reference to the ship being armed with these nuclear warheads.
That's right. They're used in Chapter 12 and...
We know. Only do you not think that these days, I mean, just the word nuclear triggers some pretty strong feelings? I once had a similar discussion with your father.
Yes, and in the future, these once deadly weapons are used peacefully and demonstrate how humanity as a whole has evolved. It's important, Bülow. Bülow? Are you still there?
Cut the nuclear weapons, or the publishing authority will cut your book.
Despite sufficient capacity, the ship obviously did not carry any nuclear warheads. Where you may have once found deadly weapons, you would now only find unending ease and the cheerful spirit of socialism. All of these changes are a nightmare. I have to focus and keep the core of my message. I need a break. And then I'll start a respectable career, I think. Finally, the coffee room. There it is, my coffee, black and delicious. Ah, just what I needed. You can feel the coffee enter your brain's pathways and deliver nothing but goodness. A little boost of energy was exactly what I needed. Back to work. Bülow and the publishing authority are a disaster, but I'm not giving up yet. The core of the story is damaged, but it's still there. Nothing has been in vain, as long as I keep the core of my message.
Miss Zelinsky, I have good news. The publishing authority has suggested that we get your father in on the project.
Sorry?
Your father is an accredited author. The publishing authority trusts him. He could help us. He could especially help you.
They want his name, don't they? He'll be the one on the book. What about me? I wrote this book.
All I'm saying is the publishing authority's patience has its limits. They could still reject the book. And, if I'm being honest, the decision's already been made. The manuscript is already with your father.
Excuse me? What?
I know it isn't easy, but I'm sure that this is the right path forward now.
Oh, of course.
Fantastic. We're in agreement then.
Bülow! You've got to be kidding me. This is bullshit. I'm sure I can persuade Dad to keep his hands off it. But then they'll make me write loop after loop until nothing is left of the core at all. If the core of the story is really this important to me, then Dad can put his name on the book, and maybe it will get through that way. But then, what about me? That's KARL. It stands for Kinetic Artificial Repair Lead. It's a maintenance robot. We'd be better off leaving this know-it-all in retirement. I mean, sleep mode. Professor Palembe's toad lilies. The first of their kind to be grown in space. We'd be better off leaving this know-it-all in retirement. I mean, sleep mode. I can't get to the core from here. Maybe the maintenance hatch is on the other side? I'm not actually trained to mess about with the core at all. If I had just left my chief engineer in the story, instead of leaving her stranded on the moon with the others, she always had her optronic coupler with her. Let's see.
Miss Zelinsky, we have to talk about the technology on board the ship again. We think the designations for some of the tools are a little too elevated. Factory workers, farmers, they shouldn't feel excluded as readers.
But we're talking about a spaceship here, not a trabant.
We don't think that the main character necessarily has to have an academic background, right?
Understood. What if instead they were an assembly line worker?
A farmer would be better. A simple farmer.
What a great idea.
Wonderful. Goodbye.
What should I use to open the hatch? Let's do it without tools then. Fortunately, the cosmonaut had spent much of her life working with her own hands. She had to redirect the energy to stabilize the core. There were 2 switches behind the hatch. One of the main systems had to be deactivated. She could choose between the life support system and the lighting. The cosmonaut didn't waste much time choosing and decided to switch off the life support systems. The temperature fell by 10 degrees Celsius.
So cold.
It looked to her like the core might be calming. That should be enough to stabilize the core for now, but it won't hold forever. I need to find a solution so that I can safely complete the mission.
Warning. Course.
Damn it.
Recommending.
Activate the core. I know Bulo wants me to ask Dad for help, but I have to do it myself. Activating KARL would mean admitting failure. Everyone says I'm lucky to be the daughter of such a famous author. It's just that the author in question is a stooge of the system. I will lose my shit if this telephone rings again. Comrade Bulo, please let me work.
Tony, hello, it's me, Dad. I wanted to see how you're doing with all the chaos.
Dad, this is a really bad time to call.
I just wanted to ask one thing. Was it your idea to send me the manuscript, or was it Bulo's?
Honestly, it was Bulo's idea.
That's what I thought. Bulo, you dog.
Dad, listen. I have to do this myself. This has to be something meaningful. And even if I'm not sure how right now, I have to do this on my own.
I've read it. What you wrote. The manuscript. It's really good.
Sorry?
It has so much to say about us. About everything. It has a true core. But they'll never let it through with your name on it. You know that. That's why you're out of time.
The core is already severely damaged. It risks destroying the entire ship.
But how are we going to complete the mission without the core?
What do you think is the most important thing about this mission? You will have to make a decision.
I want to send a message to the world. I have to protect the core.
That's what makes you different from me. Where I caved, you stood strong. I'm proud of you. That means you'll need my help. I'll save the core for you, but you will not witness the end of the mission. All of this, nobody will be able to take it away from you. You will change something.
Was it ever easy?
The core cannot be saved anymore. You have to release it from its anchoring. Then we will eject it into space through the airlock.
The core? That's the reason I'm even here.
That's the wrong console. I need to get to the other side. That's the wrong console. I need to get to the other side.
It contains everything that was important to me.
Warning. Maintenance hatch to core is unlocked.
The anchoring has been released. The core is now free.
I'm sorry. Believe me. I understand what this means to you.
I know what I have to do.
You have to reject it. Concentrate on what is really important to you.
The cosmonaut.
Let it go. It will not be easy.
Was it ever easy?
Then we will eject it into space through the airlock.
The core? That's the reason I'm even here. It contains everything that was important to me.
Warning. Maintenance hatch to core is unlocked.
The anchoring has been released. The core is now free.
I'm sorry. Believe me. I understand what this means to you.
I know what I have to do.
You have to reject it. Concentrate on what is really important to you.
The cosmonaut.
Let it go.
Why? Why did it have to come to this?
You were doomed from the start. It's always the same. It is no coincidence. It's their system. They wear you down until nothing is left of you or of what was once important to you.
Yes.
But your book will certainly be a success. With any luck, people will read what you've created. And then you can write another book, and you'll say to yourself, this time, I will keep my core. No one will interfere this time. And maybe this time, you will succeed.
Did you succeed?
No, but maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
We cannot give up.
When you make up a story, you're always taking on a bit of a person you're telling the story about. This is really how it is.
The novel Strange Signals from the Planet Saturn was published the same year. At some point, the publishing authority had nothing more to complain about.
You just have to keep at it, and sometimes you also need a little bit of luck.
I like it. Antonia wrote lots of other stories. She showed that you don't get anything for free and that sometimes you have to fight for your freedom.
That's great. And it's true too.
I like to put the necklace in the box.
That looks great.
For Tony.
The best-selling author.
What a wonderful collection. An entire century in one box. I'd like to keep it now.
Come on, I'll show you something. I found the perfect hidey hole.
It fits perfectly.
Wait. I have an idea. We should hide something of our own here in the apartment too.
Oh yeah! Do you mean someone will find my wall drawings eventually?
Definitely. Shall we?
I'm starving.
What do you want to eat?
Ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream isn't real food.
2 then?
That's not what I meant. And where did you see an ice cream parlor around here?
An ice cream from a store would be okay too.
Nah, a scoop of ice cream from an ice cream parlor would be better.
All right then, you've convinced me.
And you'll be getting broccoli flavor.
That's not funny, Dad.
Have you forgotten anything?
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
I'd be stracciatella.
Why that one?
'Cause at the first glance, I look classic and relaxed, and then bang, lots of little surprises.
So you're boring with a bit of fun?
I'm reliable but not predictable.
I think you're like vanilla.
Hey, don't ruin the surprise.
But that's such a typical Dad flavor.
And what are you?
Smurf ice cream with colorful sprinkles and cookie dough.
Chaotic, loud, and sweet as sugar.
And no one knows what's in it.
A mystery then, just like me.
Are we gonna renovate another apartment again soon?
I thought you wanted to go back to school soon.
But school's boring.